Well, good afternoon and thanks for rejoining us. My name is Lawrence Windmill and here I am on the other side of Swansea City Centre this afternoon with Andrew Cox, who we were with this morning. Good afternoon, Andrew.
Good afternoon.
And I'm with Wanda Winchester. Good afternoon, Wanda.
Good afternoon.
Wanda, you're the proprietor of this new Premier Winchester store here in Portland Street, Wanda.
Yeah, we are.
And I'm also with Russell Greenslade,
Hello.
Chief Executive of the Business Improvement District.
Correct,
Russell.
that's right.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Welcome.
Well, we're in Swansea, the sun is still shining, and I'm delighted to say that we're in a historical part of Swansea because just off to the left of me is the famous Cardoma Cafe. And for those who don't know, the Cardoma Cafe, of course, before the war was located at Castle Street, and one of the famous haunts of one of Swansea's famous residents at the time, of course, Mr. Dylan Thomas. And Dylan spent many a time with his bohemian friends in that cafe, or not that one, but certainly the one in Castle Street, writing his poetry, drinking coffee, and no doubt planning what his future was going to be. So it is historical, and I'm delighted to be here. And first of all, if I can come to you, Wanda, and ask you why, because I think your business previously was in call centres, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, yeah.
So why have you decided to open a retail store, a corner shop effectively, here in Portland Street?
Well, my husband and I have properties that we rent out, and we have some in the city centre in Pearl House, which is quite local to this. There used to be previously a co-op or a Summerfield, literally on where the old Mothercare was, which is relocated to the Quadrant. And since that, we've found a little gap in the market where our tenants are saying don't really want to walk down late at night to the main Tesco's, and we could really do with a corner shop here, and all the local business people around here as well. For example, HSBC practically live in our shop, they're in and out all day. Stephen Hughes, everybody's been really supportive. So there was a gap there, and with the help of Dawsons, I think we found the prime spot. We're not too big, we want to keep it friendly, and we're family run, so I think we're
okay.
on the right path.
Well, I think community is the word you've used there, and it's interesting, and you mentioned Dawsons, because I understand Dawsons were the selling agent in all of this, Andrew.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about this part of town from a commercial agent's perspective. How is property faring around here, and what would you say to any sort of potential business looking to locate to this particular part of town?
Okay, well, this part of town, as you can see, there are good levels of footfall here. It's a thoroughfare into Oxford Street itself, which is obviously the busiest in Swansea. In terms of small businesses looking to relocate into the city centre, definitely have a chat with Russell Greenslade, because he can help you 100% there.
Russell's the man,
He is the man. He is the man.
Is that right?
No pressure, no pressure.
Okay. It's interesting as well, Wanda, that you said, because we see a lot with a national chain such as Sainsbury's and Tesco's, that they've gone back into the community.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that I suppose, I don't know, is this a similar business model?
Sort of, yes. You know, we are Premier Express, and we've also attached our name, Winchesters, because it is family run. But we do also buy in a lot of local produce, and I think people are reverting back to supporting the local community and the local businesses. So we feel we've come in at the right time for that, and that's what we want to do, is support everybody around us. And likewise, they're doing the same with us, you know.
So optimistic about trade here in the city centre?
Yes, I think, it's good. I think the city's going to start growing again. Definitely start growing again. I mean, it can't get any worse now. You know, there's been a lot of businesses shut down, obviously, with the economy and everything. But I think we're rising now, and I think a lot of people are willing to give it a go again, you know. So
Dawsons, from a Dawsons perspective, are we way out of, should we say, the Swansea recession? Are we on the front foot now?
We are. We're on the way there. Inquiries are building. The market is more buoyant. It's on the up.
Okay, good. Now, Russell, you're an important figure in all of this. This city centre of Swansea, it's had its challenges over the years, like a lot of city centres.
Yeah.
Tell us the positives. There is lots of plans being debated or afoot in terms of the city and county of Swansea have pledged that there's all sorts of huge developments planned, literally with potential building work starting in 2017. But tell us the reality of this. Tell us what is happening now and what you think is likely to happen over the next sort of 12 to 18 months.
But the reality is they already started doing it. The Kingsway's coming, the Oceana building's already starting coming down. So the statement of intent is there. There's also buildings which you might have seen on the Kingsway already being bought, they're already being renovated. We know that certain homes above retail premises are already being bought to turn into flats, and the key is not only for retail FMCG but also more people working and living here, which obviously benefit not only Wanda's but other businesses as well. So they are real plans. I would say the local authority have been very bold, and they really grasped it and understood what we were saying as the businesses, what they needed to do. We have been fully consulted in what should go on and where as a bid board, representing our 836 businesses. And we certainly go in the right direction, talking to nationals as well as independents. I agree with Andrew said, there is a lot more confidence here. Our footflow stats and footflow over December outperformed other places in the UK. We've reduced the amount of empty units, we've increased the footflow, we've increased the spend. Our car parking tends to grow 30% year on year. And also we reduce antisocial behaviour and violent crime. So, the stats are good, and all those things add up to a positive message. The shopper profile demographic of the city centre is improving because of the results that we're trying to put in working with our partners.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of positive vibes there coming from the three of you. In terms of, aside from this local business, which is Winchester Stores, in terms of national brands, just give us a flavour of those brands that are already here, that have just arrived in the last 12 months.
Yeah, so we got Five Guys Loungers, Las Iguanas, and there'll be a couple of more announced shortly. I'm pretty confident in that. And I think the retail offering is changing, whereas people used to go out and shop and then socialise. They go to socialise, then shop. And so you'll find that your eateries will come before your retail, should we say. So the retail aspect is changing, and I think we're well positioned to take advantage of that with Wine Street and possibilities of with that, see how we can develop that to compensate for the new regeneration project. So we've had about 8 new national businesses opening up.
Okay. Well, I think the message there is loud and clear for all to see. We've got an independent business, we've got a commercial estate agent, and we've got a guy who's very close to what is happening within the city centre itself in terms of Russell. And the vibe here in Swansea is that despite the challenges over the years, there is a real air of optimism in town. And I think now genuinely may be Swansea's time. The retail offering is, and the plans that are underway from that the city and county have presented are quite impressive, to say the least. We've still got the Tidal Lagoon project, which isn't dead in the water, excuse the pun, it's still there. And outside of that, there's all sorts of positive vibes as well coming out of Parliament about the Swansea City region as such, and Sir Terry Matthews' input into that area in terms of the technological opportunities. So add it all together, despite what some people and commentators may think, there is a very, very positive air of optimism here in Swansea. From Russell Greenslade, Chief Executive of the Business Improvement District. Thank you very much, Russell.
You're welcome.
And also from Wanda Winchester. And Wanda, congratulations. And I hope this new adventure goes well for you. It's a great looking store. I'm sure you'll do very well from the community that's around you. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
And also from Andrew Cox, of course, from Dawson's Estate Agents, representing the commercial division. It is looking very positive, Andrew. One final word from you and from Dawson's as far as the city centre and the opportunities are concerned?
Yeah, I mean, we deal with a lot of stock in the city centre, so if you do have empty properties that you're looking for tenants for, give us a call, get in touch with us, and we'll find you a tenant. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all. Thank you. Goodbye.